London! Quick!
Main stories this Wednesday evening. Hugo Burlap is buried. The world mourns a great international statesman. And trouble brewing in the Caribbean. Maguadoran troops seize British Santa Maya. 3 days after it happened, Americans are still stunned by the tragic death of the man who was our best-loved president of this century. 78-year-old Hugo Burlap died peacefully at the White House on Sunday after challenging a reporter to slug him in the stomach with a crowbar as proof of his physical fitness. Vice President Barbara Adams was sworn in at noon yesterday to the job she thought she would never hold, that of the most powerful leader in the Western world.
Hugo Burlap personified the American dream. For a man to rise from a humble circus clown to President of the United States, I believe speaks volumes for our democratic tradition. And I am proud to step into his shoes.
To the world, he was an ambassador for peace, truth, and the American ideal. But to citizens in his hometown of Cleveland, Ohio, he will always be Uncle Yuck Yuck, star of the Big Top. And it was in Cleveland at 11:30 this morning that the president was finally laid to rest according to his last wishes. Members of the president's family were joined by heads of state and prime ministers from across the globe in an act of homage to the man who shaped the course of modern America. What then of our nation's new chief executive, Barbara Jacqueline Adams? Shrewd, sensible, compassionate, scrupulously honest, she has overcome all these handicaps to become President of the United States. Right now, her major concern will be the crisis in Central America, where 24 hours ago, Maguadoran tanks rolled into British Santa Maya. Reaction in London was swift.
Mr. Speaker, I do not propose to sink to the opposition's petty level by explaining why the invasion took place. What is paramount now is the safety of the Santa Mayan people. Throughout history, we in these islands have nurtured the twin flowers of freedom and equality. Liberty is our birthright, Mr. Speaker. Democracy will prevail.
Meanwhile, in Santa Maya,
I give you your new Presidente, Generalissimo Francisco di Carna Mosquera.
the new military ruler met with a frosty reception.
People of Santa Maya, today you are liberated from the British imperialists. You are, once again, free citizens of the Republic of Magadora.
How will President Adams respond to Mosquera's action? Well, one man whose advice she will be listening to is former President Jack Preston, author of the book Commie Bastards I Have Known, and a leading authority on Caribbean affairs. Tomorrow morning, she'll be flying out to California for top-level consultations with the former president in an attempt to defuse this potentially explosive situation.
Yes, sir.
We have an appointment to see the former President of the United States.
Yes, sir. President Preston is expecting you. Right through there and to your left.
Thank you very much.
Hi,
Madam President.
Mr. President.
Bill! Great to see you again.
So, Mr. President, how's life?
Oh, still serving it.
Mr. President, I don't know if they let you see newspapers here, but we've been having some problems down in the Caribbean.
I heard about that, sure.
Up till now, our support for Mascara has been ironclad.
Oh, he eats commies for breakfast, right?
At the same time, Britain is our oldest ally in the world.
Sure, sure. Listen, in my estimation, this is a whole dish of worms that could squeal antsy in the long ticket. We need to hump out wide, hype up the squeak bag before they screw down the jam box.
Excuse me?
Always fox the grease monkeys. They won't tango till you crack down the fish pot. You can't risk hell shit with a bunch of Lulu pig suckers!
So, to give our support to Britain would be entirely...
The only solution.
The only solution, right.
You see, you can't empty your fish pan till the heat's off the mugwump. Always take down the gizmo and caveat the cranker before...
Mr. President, it's been an education.
A pleasure, madam. Bill!
What a guy.
I can just tell you that the president has persuaded both sides to meet across the table, and these talks will take place in Miami tomorrow.
Ed Gardner, Tribune.
Yeah.
Will the president be chairing these talks herself?
No, there'll be no U.S. presence.
Bob Sangster, Newsweek. Does the president feel Magwadora can be persuaded to withdraw from British soil?
Oh, I think she's still hopeful. Yeah.
Ron Horrocks, Reader's Digest.
Yeah.
Has the president ever yearned to own a hand-tooled guide to the waterways of Manitoba?
Yes, well, when the talks broke for lunch, Bob, what did the British Foreign Secretary have to say? Well, did he seem like he was in a good mood? Was he joking or laughing or... When you say walking with a stoop, Bob, how do you mean that exactly?
That while the international peace talks between Great Britain and Mogador are taking place, security checks will be in operation. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Hold it! What do you got in the trunk?
Oh, just a little merchandise.
Merchandise. What kind of merchandise?
Oh, just a few samples. See, I'm a traveling salesman. Wanger's the name. Richard Milhouse Wanger of Wanger, Whipple, and Waddy. See, we're manufacturers of games and novelties. Probably have heard of us.
No. Open the trunk.
Oh, you bet. Boy, it sure is hot today, isn't it?
What is all this crap? Duodeno ulcer?
Yeah, that's one of our new executive games. Very popular, Madison Avenue.
Spunky Spaniel?
Oh, he's a whole heap full of fun, sir. See, you just put the batteries in here, and then you clamp it on a friend's leg, and away the little fella goes. It's all very, Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness.
Are you okay?
No, it's nothing. It's just a small bout of swamp fever contracted during a Snoopy Doll Symposium in the Upper Congo. I'll be all right. Well, what do you got here? Some kind of a security alert?
Hey, you got that right. It's a Magadora peace talks. Floors 7 through 15 are strictly off limits.
Oh, yes. Off limits.
What's under this down here?
My God, my teeth are coming loose. I hope this isn't contagious. I wouldn't want anyone...
Oh, my God, get this out of here. Jesus, move it, move it, move it.
Thank you very much, dear.
And stay on your own floor. Next.
Doesn't look very hopeful, the sovereignty question, does it? Still, there may yet be a compromise formula we can find. I have a feeling it's going to be a very long afternoon.
Hey, how you doing, bro? Glad to know you.
Who the hell are you? Where's Larry?
Oh, Larry's sick, man. Contracted hepatitis from a septic squeegee. Guy just been sent down here by the agency.
Agency?
Yeah, Waxahachie Window Care. High-rise maintenance in 47 states and an equal opportunity employer.
Jesus Christ.
No, my name is Nitz, man. Conway Nitz III. What's the matter with you? Oh, man, I forgot to introduce you to my dog, Happy. Well, I tell you, without this little Labrador, I'd be blinder than a bug in a badger's backside. Say, one of you guys help me into this cradle. We can burn some rubber on this glass.
Listen, I don't figure this at all. I'm gonna call my boss. You stay right here. You hear me?
Get some smokes.
Sir?
Right. Good boy.
Go.
For God's sake, see if there's a doctor in the place.
Watch where you're going, you great retard.
Doctor! You've had a very lucky break, gentlemen. But for the fortuitous rare chance I was in town, lecturing on my new breakthrough in the culture of rabies vaccine, this could have been embalming fluid you're having dabbed on. Yes. Now, you'll all just hold perfectly still while I prepare the hypodermics. Well, all finished now, thank you. If we could have the payment sent to me at this address, please. Penis is the name. Dr. Theseus Linden Penis. I accept all major credit cards. Gentlemen?
The British delegation have had time to consider our proposals. They have formulated their official response.
I'm sure they have, gentlemen.
Is the CIA sure of these facts? They say the Santa Mayan peace talks were deliberately sabotaged by this mercenary, Lacrobat,
to provoke a war in the Caribbean and assist a major arms contract between Maguadora and the American weapons company Nevada Technics. Let's just pray to God the press doesn't get a hold of this one.
Here is a late news flash. A top-secret report issued by the CIA reveals that the Santa Maya peace talks were deliberately sabotaged by the mercenary Lacrobat to provoke a war in the Caribbean and assist a major arms contract between Maguadora and the American weapons company Nevada Technics. L'acrobat is the world's most wanted terrorist, and his methods, though bizarre, are terrifyingly effective. He's already wanted for 27 major international crimes, including 6 assassinations and the recipe for airline lunches. And the news that he's once again at large in the West is bound to be a cause for concern. I'll be talking to President Adams about the Nevada Technics scandal live on the phone from the Oval Office in just a moment.
This is suicide, Marv.
Nothing to worry about, madam. Mr. Sweetser's here.
Oh, fine, good. Who the hell is Mr. Sweetser?
Madam, this report claims Nevada Technics used a hitman, l'acrobat, to wreck the peace process in order to grease a major arms deal.
Oh, well, I wouldn't put too much reliance on that.
And if that's true, Nevada Technics would have a lot to answer for, wouldn't they?
Oh, well, yes, of course, but...
Madam President, you are, of course, married to the chairman of Nevada Technics.
Yes, well, as you know, as you may know, my husband is away at present on business in Australia, and I wouldn't want to preempt anything. I don't mean preempt. I wouldn't want to say anything.
Oh. Pardon me, madam. Well, I'm afraid the line appears to be breaking up. We'll get back to that one later on.
Well, hell, Jerry, it's your company. Find out who hired this lunatic. Our press over here has been worse than the Manson family got. Plus, our protege in the Caribbean decides to open a new branch of Gestapo Limited in the country next door. And now the British Prime Minister's about to play with his toy boats down there, which presents the U.S. with a small dilemma, to say the least. Well, I miss you too, Superman. Finish your work and hurry home soon, okay? Okay, honey. Bye-bye for now.
Someone was out to wreck the peace conference, Prime Minister. There's no doubt about that.
They succeeded. Mosquera refuses even to discuss Santa Mare anymore.
He may change his mind, of course. International opinion's totally against him.
I don't know. He's a very determined man.
And so am I, gentlemen. Make no mistake about that. And what's more, the people are behind me. According to the Wireless today, my current popularity rating is higher than any other national leader in peacetime. Astonishing. Still, it does demonstrate a great groundswell of confidence in our policies. And remember, gentlemen, we didn't win at Dunkirk by running away. Santa Mare must be liberated, and we shall use every means at our disposal. Even diplomacy, should it ever come to that. Because peace is the greatest thing that any man can fight for. And fight we shall. Fight until victory is final.
Darling! Darling! Darling, where are you?
In here, darling. Did you get the strawberry jam?
No, I didn't get it.
Oh. Dickie, you went into the village specially. What am I going to give the rector for tea when he comes? Dickie, there's something wrong.
Wrong? Well, not really, old thing. Nothing to get in a tizzy over. You'll hear soon enough. It looks as if there's going to be a bit of a scrap in the Caribbean. They're sending a task force down to get the Maguires out of Santa Mare.
Dickie.
This telegram is waiting at the post office. Everyone's to report to Portsmouth by 6 o'clock tonight.
Tonight? But Oh, God.
Chin up now. It won't be so bad. One knows one's duty, and I'm not afraid. I'll see it through. I'm not scared.
Of course not. You're not the one that's got to go.
No, I know. Just as well, really. I get damnably seasick. I suppose you'll be wanting your uniform back then.
radar, page 3. Now point the gun at the generals. That's it. Smile. Oh, this is good.
Get these two cretins out of here before I call the police!
Come on, sir.
What is it?
I think you better take a look at this.
Come on, you stand there, police!
Oh, my God. They've finally done it. They've finally done the unthinkable.
157 warships I would call a slight overreaction to the problem, Marv. This kind of saber rattling we don't need right now.
Absolutely, madam.
What are the chances of getting Mascara back to the negotiating table?
Well, after what happened in Miami, I guess he's not feeling too talkative anymore.
Get worked up over a goddamn banana plantation, and we've got to clean up the mess.
Support for the fascist dictatorship. It's
We must keep the peace process alive at all costs,
Death
Marv.
to the Nazi junta!
I want a session with both ambassadors as soon as we're back in Washington.
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida.
Two more days and we should be in the Caribbean. From here on, I want every ship in this fleet, every sailor, every soldier put on red alert. We're about to enter a potential battle zone.
Sir, dispatch just in from London.
Buckingham Palace.
It's Princess Wendy, sir. They want to transfer it off HMS Shropshire and onto this ship immediately. In secret, to foil the enemy.
Bastards! They should never have let her come in the first place. This task force needs a royal princess in the Wrens like an outbreak of typhus.
Not at all, Your Royal Highness. We're delighted to have you aboard.
Basically, one just wants to be treated like any other ordinary nursing officer, sir. I'm sure you understand. No fuss or favors.
Absolutely not, ma'am. Of course. This is your cabin.
Thank you.
If those two medical experiments from the press get wind of this, we've had it. It'd be like throwing raw meat to a pack of jackals.
Don't worry, sir. We'll keep our Royal Highness well under wraps. They won't even know she's on board.
Yes, just as I thought, Your Highness. Strangulated hernia in the groin. It'll have to be surgery. Shave him, would you, ma'am? I'll be back in 5 minutes.
It's not the fact, gentlemen, that one of my soldiers has just been horribly castrated by a member of Britain's royal family. It is not even the fact that in the blind panic that followed, a pair of Lipton's tea bags were erroneously sewn back into the patient's scrotum. And the fact not discovered until 3 hours later when someone was rinsing out the teapot. No, gentlemen. This was the real coup de grace. This dispatch I found not 10 minutes ago in the wire room. Wholly chopped meat. Princess Wendy went whittling with a razor yesterday and had a ball. Yes, sirree.
Another young soldier waved goodbye to his loved ones as Her Royal Highness went crazy with the cutthroat during a routine pre-op shave on Britain's flagship HMS Lion, where she was secretly transferred to... Oh, holy godfathers! Is there any more classified information you'd like to broadcast to the world? You are a liability to every man and woman in this fleet, and I'm having you put off this ship at the next island we come to!
I hope they whip the ass off ya! Lousy, stinking mothers. Jesus.
The main stories this Friday evening. Edna Berkovitz, the woman who secured a lock of Frank Sinatra's hair in 1955, has today sold it back to him for an undisclosed sum. And as the British task force steams south for the Caribbean, hopes are fading for a peaceful end to the Santa Mea crisis. Details shortly.
Madam President.
What is it, Marv?
Priority Alpha from the Pentagon.
Let me have it.
Santa Mea, madam. British fleet just got in 50 miles off the coast and was fired on by a Maguadoran destroyer. I mean, all hell's gonna break loose down there any minute.
Better patch me through to London and Maguadora City.
All right, ma'am. If anybody can stop these two countries from going to war, it's the President of the United States.
President Adams was not a little miffed. Apparently the White House wanted us all to go on talking. Huh. Talk about giving a man on the guillotine an aspirin. Until Maguadora recognizes Britain's right to sovereignty, there can be no question of pulling out our troops.
Absolutely. Madness.
And now to another equally serious problem. The record level of unemployment. Now, some people argue this crisis is the result of government mismanagement and underspending. Well, they could not be more wrong.
Yeah.
Because we all know what really causes unemployment in this country, don't we, gentlemen? Unemployment in this country is caused by pixies. I don't mean the nice, ordinary ones who sit on toadstools playing a whistle. I'm talking about the nasty, evil, malevolent pixies. The tiny green ones with the black pointy beards who go around our factories, and we've all seen them, who go around our factories casting their wicked spells and bringing about mass redundancies on a scale not witnessed since the Great Depression.
When did you actually form this theory, Prime Minister?
Well, to be perfectly honest, Nigel, the pieces only really sort of gelled in my mind, so to speak, last weekend. I was up visiting a factory in Stockport. Literally hundreds had lost their jobs, and small wonder. The place was crawling with them.
With, pixies?
Yeah, pixies, sprites, elfin folk, all manner of goblinry. Certainly opened my eyes, I can tell you. And that's why I've launched this new campaign.
I see. What campaign?
The Stamp Out Evil Pixies campaign. The public have got to be educated on this one, Nigel. Mostly they're about 7.5 inches tall and they get in through the air vents. Now, the worst type of all are the invisible ones.
Our support for Sir Mortimer Crisp remains unequivocal. When the Prime Minister talks of pixies. He is clearly using the term in a metaphorical sense to denote disruptive elements within British industry.
How do you explain the fact that he has just set up an anti-goblin unit to bait them with gingerbread traps?
I think that's enough questions for today, gentlemen.
He's brainwashed the entire country. He's gone stark, staring, raving.
Morning.
Morning, Prime Minister.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Nest of leprechauns in the bread bin. Right, down to business. Good. Well, having established the root causes of stagnation in the country, what we need now is a radical job creation program. Now, I've devised one here that will create 500,000 new jobs in its first year of operation. Basically, the scheme works like this. Every week, 10,000 working people jump off a cliff, thus creating 10,000 new jobs. I've drawn up a white paper here, gentlemen, if you care to cast your eyes over it.
Well, I think he's bloody marvellous. He brought us through the war, and I think he can do the same for the economy. Aye! I am. I'm proud to leave to my certain death for Britain.
Bye, well done. Ah, hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine, sir.
Jolly good, what do you do?
Well, I'm in industrial engineering, sir.
Oh, that's super. We can certainly do with a lot more vacancies there. You get everything you want? How about if I give this one a little push? Good. Good for you, good for you, good for me. There we are, little push. How's that? Good. Ah, right, okay. Next. They do add up. May seem a little severe, I agree, but then it's always the horrid-tasting medicine that does you the most good.
Right, that's it. This has been on quite long enough. I've got all I can take. Who are you ringing?
Well, let me see if I have this straight here. You're telling me that the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, the man who has his finger on Britain's nuclear trigger, the man to whom we have promised complete, unconditional support in anything he says or does, is clinically insane?
That's a pretty fair summary.
From what the Foreign Secretary has told us, and from our own intelligence, there appears to be little doubt.
You're telling me that the entire population of Great Britain went and elected a deranged psychotic to the highest office of the land? Again? Okay, okay. Send him in.
Mr. Virgil Grodd, madam, from the CIA Directorate of Plans. Comes highly recommended.
This is a very delicate matter, Mr. Grodd. It requires a man with special qualities.
You'll not find me lacking in tenacity, madam. I have trained my body to endure any level of pain by sheer willpower. I can place my genitalia into a burning candle flame without flinching once.
That's a very useful discipline, I'm sure, Mr. Grodd. But I don't think we have... No.
I have a candle here if you'd like to see me.
No, Mr. Grodd, perhaps we could concentrate on the reason for which we called you in.
As I comprehend it, you want me to eliminate the Prime Minister
Mr.
of...
Grodd, I, as President of the United States, have no knowledge whatsoever of whatever it is I've called you in to do.
Naturally, madam, I fully understand. And I've taken the liberty of drawing up a provisional plan of operations here. In approximately 3 hours, I and 2 Cuban agents will board a plane for London and check into a small hotel close to Whitehall. At 0900 hours, we circulate rigged Polaroids of the Prime Minister performing an unnatural act with a horse.
Fine. Mr. Grodd, I think I heard enough of the details for now.
As a diversion to the media, we engineer a sudden outbreak of herpes
Mr.
among the royal
Grodd.
family, and as soon as Her Majesty checks into the...
Mr. Grodd!
Thank God. I was starting to think this place was deserted.
Howdy doody tenants. May we remind all vacationers of today's special activities. Relax and enjoy swimming, running, gymnastics, and tractor maintenance with our many smiling instructors. Plus, tonight in the Malibu Ballroom, compulsory disco dancing.
Can I help you, gentlemen?
Hi. We're members of the press, here on an international fact-finding tour in the Caribbean. Wondering if we could have a room here for a few nights.
Unfortunately, all of our rooms are completely taken. We are at the very peak of our tourist season.
Listen, I need to make a couple of phone calls.
I am afraid that we do not have a single telephone on the island. Out of order. All the lines were damaged in the monsoon.
Monsoon?
Rain shortage? Earthquake.
Earthquake? Look.
As I said, sir, this sunshine paradise is very popular with your American holiday visitors. Come this way, please. And this is the dining room.
We regret to announce that all our dining tables are as booked up as can be. Today's mouth-watering menu, Molotov cocktail, Gulag Archipelago burger.
As you can see, we are full right up at the moment. All the hotels on this booming trade tourist paradise are completely booked. Take a gander, Polly.
We regret to announce there is an 18-month waiting list to use the lavatory.
We could not fit in a single extra body. So, as you can see, gentlemen, you have no alternative but to hire a boat back to the mainland at once. But please tell all your friends about our flourishing holiday industry. The way out is just over there.
We regret to announce that tonight's beach party and Winnie Rose has been cancelled due to an avalanche.
Thanks
also,
a million,
a
kiddo.
reminder that limbo dancing under the roadblocks is strictly forbidden. Thank you.
Na zdrowie. Живот-товар американских журналистов. Надо их ликвидировать сразу же.
That's very impressive, Mr. Grodd.
Thank you, sir. And now to business, gentlemen. This is an exact replica of the Prime Minister's bath oil. Scratched on the side, Harrod's price tag, worn gold on the cap right here. We know he uses this every morning. Tomorrow, things will be a little different. Concentrated trioxalic acid dissolves solid steel in 15 seconds. As soon as he steps into his bathtub, like a snowman in a sauna bath. Now the main... Are you okay?
Excuse me. I suppose there's really no other answer. He's got to go.
There is no way this operation can fail, Mr. Sumter. You have my personal guarantee.
Nigel, Michael, lovely to see you. Come on in.
You're looking surprisingly well, Prime Minister, considering the,
Well lived, Nigel.
Yes.
What do you think? Had it done by microsurgery. British medicine's the finest in the world. Tell you one thing, though. It's a good job I didn't sit down in that bath.
Yes, how very lucky that was.
Can't imagine you'd want to do that sort of thing, can you? Well, I do know one thing. I'll find out. Apple?
I have failed you, gentlemen. But have no fear. I know exactly what to do now.
There was something distinctly odd about this place that I couldn't quite put my finger on. Hey, careful what you're doing. Yet the more I thought about it, the more a strange theory started to form in my mind.
Hello again. Hi there. Hey, this is Mr. McDonald's, another genuine vacationer. This afternoon, Mr. McDonald's is returning in his private boat to the mainland and would be pleased to give you both a ride. So, thanks a heap, kids. See you later, alligator.
On your feet. I'm gonna take a little walk.
Tinkerbell's Floral Wonderland?
Come on, give me a hand. Jesus God Almighty. There was no doubt about it. This obscure little island was no tourist haven. It was being used as a Soviet nuclear missile base right on America's doorstep. If that doesn't get me the Pulitzer Prize, nothing will. Come on, Slim. Let's move it. Hey, come on, wake up.
It's now 2 weeks since British forces recaptured Santa Maya, liberating its population of 750 from Maguadoran rule. And with 48,000 troops now permanently based in the country to guard against future attack, General Mosquera appears finally to have abandoned his designs on this tiny Central American territory.
You are sure you can secure for us the services of this man, Lacrobat?
Mr. Nebuchadnezzar. Harrison Hindenburg Nebuchadnezzar. Personal management of the world's leading international terrorists. Yes. My client, Mr. Lacrobat, has many prior commitments at the moment. However, you tell me what you are proposing, and I'll tell you whether or not he's available.
We need his help to get the British out of Santa Maya quickly, before our people turn against us.
Yeah, I see. You realize, of course, that Mr. Lacrobat's fees are not inconsiderable.
The money is no object. We would sell our grandmothers for such a man.
Gentlemen, I think we have a deal.
With this Lacrobat's help, Santa Maya will once again be ours.
Here's the man who's got a mesmerized Ed Rosario!
Yes, what do you want? Well, come on, identify yourself. Right. Oh, God.
Hi there. Looking for me? Listen, you don't recognize America's greatest illusionist? Johnny Brainiac, master of magic. The man who made Hollywood Boulevard vanish beneath a silk handkerchief. The man who once made the Senate Foreign Relations Committee appear inside a tuna fish salad. See, I'm here to baffle and bewilder your countrymen with a small performance from my repertoire.
Now, if you will excuse me, I've got to go through and set up for my act.
I can't let you do that, sir. Otherwise...
Well, what do we hear? My letter of accreditation.
We'll have to take a look in the truck first.
Okay, when I snap my fingers, you will become a chicken. A loud, squawking chicken. You will be in a real panic. The whole place will be on fire for you. Smoke everywhere. You will suddenly become very sexy. You will do a striptease. You will be sensational. All right, are you ready? Here we go. Ah!
Fire! There's a fire! There's a fire! There's members everywhere!
What's he do? Fire!
Get the party out! Smoke everywhere! Fire! Fire!
What's he do?
Fire! Fire! Where are the fire? Fire! Get the fire! People! Fire! Fire!
All right, Harry, time for a cut. Harry?
Ladies and gentlemen, for my first trick, I shall require the assistance of a member of the royal family. A princess, perhaps.
Come along,
I'm hopeless.
Now we have a lovely princess. We must have a palace. The princess will join me inside. One, two.
Stop! Stop him! That man's no magician! Free! Oh, my God! Quick! Search that elephant!
Yes. Yes, Your Majesty, I shall leave no stone unturned. I'm discharging myself now and assuming complete control. Whoever is guilty of this heinous atrocity will pay dearly. You may depend on that. Since at the time of the kidnapping I was personally indisposed in hospital, my two cabinet colleagues, Mr. Sumter and Mr. Lippman, were technically responsible for the safety and security of the princess. Mr. Sumter and Mr. Lippman are honorable men, and within the last 24 hours they've each submitted to me a written request to be publicly crucified. And with great regret, I've had to accept their requests. Thank you.
An estimated crowd of 100,000 witnessed the event, and throughout the day, all national TV programs were blacked out and replaced with somber music.
Well, I guess we just sit tight now and pray he doesn't do anything rash.
The man just held a public crucifixion at Wembley Stadium.
Well, he certainly has moved to the right politically.
So, Mascara hired Lacrobat to kidnap Wendy. But why?
What?
And what happens next?
Excuse me, madam.
What?
There's a special message for you.
Yes, well?
Well, it's in the form of a Rambogram, madam.
Excuse me?
Send him in.
Oh, I have for you a message here from Mr. Lacrobat. He has sent an ultimatum just to tell you where it's at. If the British don't pull out the troops in 84 hours flat, Princess Wendy will be killed.
Marv, get on the phone right now.
Princess Wendy will be killed, yeah. Her head with lead it will be filled, yeah. Her royal blood it will be spilled if the Brits don't shift their ass.
84 hours, that's what? Saturday, midnight. Marv, tear the Caribbean apart. Drag the North Atlantic if you have to, but find her.
There now follows a special broadcast by the Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Sir Mortimer Crisp, MP.
Good evening. Tonight, as I speak to you, we face the gravest crisis in our nation's history. Tonight, our fairy tale princess is at the mercy of the enemy. She, whose beauty, charm, and vivacious good humor endeared her to millions the world over. She, who with selfless disregard for her own safety joined our gallant forces to fight for freedom against a foreign foe, has been cruelly and savagely prized from our bosom. The time has come to act. In a situation such as we face today, a prime minister has to be resolute. But you can't be resolute without showing you're strong. And you can't show you're strong without blowing people up. General Mosquera has threatened to carry out his execution at 5 a.m. our time on Sunday. I shall now respond with an ultimatum of my own. Unless Her Royal Highness Princess Wendy is returned to us alive and unharmed by that time, I will have no choice but to authorize the use of nuclear weapons on the capital city of Maguadora. It may sound harsh, but I'm sure you'll understand. There is no alternative.
Доброе утро, товарищ председатель. Как вы выглядите здоровым сегодня?
Вот именно. Мы бы хотели быть так же здоровыми и жизнерадостными.
А вот пришел к вам важный человек, товарищ.
We are in a terrible crisis. The British imperialists are preparing a nuclear strike on our capital.
Ради заместителя сразу же! Быстро! Нельзя потерять ни одной секунды! Наш руководитель Бастиумье! Переставить сердце, забиться опять! Кого? Так слишком поздно! Давай электроды! Быстро, быстро! Теперь. Включите то. Еще раз. Еще раз! Включайте еще раз!
He has taken the news very badly. Скажи, Любянка, что нам надо еще до сегодня.
Madam President, there are rumors circulating around Washington this morning that General Mosquera has just made a military pact with the Soviets, and that Russia would now back Mosquera against the UK in any nuclear exchange.
Well, I don't know where you heard that.
From the Chief of the Defense Staff.
Yes, that is correct, yes.
And all because one man, this lacrobat, not only foiled your attempts to avoid war in the first place, but is now preparing to assassinate a British princess in 36 hours' time, which in turn will trigger a major nuclear disaster down in the Caribbean. The whole world is asking the question, why haven't you caught this man?
Yes, indeed. And I'm glad to be able to answer that question. Basically because the answer a simple one. Let me try to put that in.
This is the Network News, Washington. I'm Dan Hickey. Good evening. Opinion polls in Britain show that the population are overwhelmingly behind their government's threat to launch a nuclear attack on Magwador City unless their favorite royal, Princess Wendy, is returned alive and well by midnight Saturday. Opposition leader Mr. Gerald Whibley did briefly question the Prime Minister on the decision in the House of Commons this afternoon and was immediately denounced as a witch. Detectives acting on Sir Mortimer's instructions then searched Mr. Whibley's house in North London and found a series of broomsticks and a tall pointed hat. President Adams, meanwhile, has dismissed suggestions that the Soviet Union might launch a retaliatory strike since the Russians have no capacity for tactical nuclear exchange in the Caribbean. And now the rest of the news. The body of an American journalist who sailed with the task force to Santa Mea was today found floating in the sea off Louisiana. How he got there and the circumstances of his death remain a mystery.
Come on. Hey, careful what you're doing. Yet the more I thought about it, the more a strange theory began to form in my mind. There was no doubt about it. This obscure little island was no tourist haven. It was being used as a Soviet nuclear missile base right here on America's doorstep.
Sorry to call you down at this hour, madam, but this represents a major escalation of the crisis.
A Soviet theater capability in the Caribbean. This could blow the whole thing wide open. Did you contact Marv?
He said he'd be right down.
Yeah, just heard. I think we'll have to lay this on the line for Chris now. We only have 25 hours.
Bill, have them saddle up Air Force One. I'm flying out to London tonight.
I would like an early call at 6:30, please. I have to be at the airport. Also, I would like a croissant and confiture and dark or roasted coffee. Just put the luggage in my room, please.
Holy shit, what is that thing? Some kind of gorilla you're gonna... Get that out of here.
Cultured scum. This beast is a fine and no... Quiet, princess! Let go of me, you fool! Now, you've upset her. Listen, once I have given her Valium suppository, she will be no trouble at all, I assure you.
Listen, you ain't bringing no monkey into this hotel.
I see. And suppose I ask you to reconsider, huh?
The time in London is 6:30 a.m. and we'll be landing in Heathrow Airport in about 40 minutes from now.
What is it?
I don't know how you can do it.
Sorry, sir?
I don't know how you can sleep when we're only 24 hours away from a nuclear war.
Sorry, sir.
Christ almighty, what are we doing?
Just obeying orders, sir.
Hello, Howard.
Look this way, thank you. One more, please. Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
That's great.
The Soviet ambassador has made it quite clear, Prime Minister, that in no way will his government tolerate the first use of nuclear weapons. The second you release that trident on Magwador City tomorrow morning, they'll let loose with everything they've got. And they have enough firepower on that island to blow your entire fleet to hell and back. And by that time, we'll be into a superpower face-off. So surely you can see that nobody's life, not even that of a member of the royal family, is worth a global holocaust.
Well, I'm sorry you feel about it that way, Barbara. I never took you for a pinker. Obviously, I was mistaken. You see, we in this conservative government have always believed that it's totally immoral to waste billions of pounds on nuclear bombs that are never used.
But where is the sanity in vaporizing millions of totally innocent people?
Well, it shut Japan up, didn't it?
Хорошо, товарищ. Хорошо. It is all a game of bluff, General. Nothing more. And we hold all the cards. It is vital that we stand our ground now.
You're right. Nuclear war is unthinkable. Once it has started, no one can win.
Now, I know what you're going to say, Barbara. Nuclear war is unthinkable because once it's started, no one can win. Well, you're wrong. You see, I've already taken all the precautions necessary to protect my people against nuclear attack.
Precautions?
Yes, naturally, I've had to keep this all very, very hush-hush, as you'll understand. I think I can say that British technology has come up with a real winner. How about that? This provides complete protection against thermonuclear explosions up to 20 megatons. And it's very cheap, only costs £1. We've given the contract to a little firm in Milton Keynes, and they're churning them out by the truckload, even as I speak. So, there you have it.
But surely, it's just an umbrella.
No, it's all wrong. We've got people combing Central America for him. Hey, that's not the way he operates. He gets a real kick out of taunting us. We've got to think the way he thinks. Now, if you were Lacrobat and you'd kidnapped a British princess, where would you hide her? Oh, there's one other.
So lifelike. You could almost believe it was her.
How could anyone want to harm such a darling creature?
I hope they burn in hell.
Come along, ladies. We close in 10 minutes.
With just 8 hours to go before Britain carries out its threatened nuclear strike on the capital of Magadora, thousands of panicking citizens are attempting to flee the city. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister took time off today to visit the London Wax Museum, where his new waxworks image was unveiled.
Madam, we've just...
Wax Museum.
Air Force One is standing by, madam, to return to Washington. The way the situation is, we've got to get you back to the nuclear shelter.
Sure. Wax Museum. No, a dumb idea.
Mrs. Drug, preparing to release in 57 minutes.
All officers and men will remain below decks until the effects of the air blast have subsided. We repeat, this is not an exercise.
All primed and correct, sir. We're ready to go in 57 minutes from now. They could still find us, sir, with a bit of luck.
Luck? What the world needs now is a miracle.
Shot with a .357 Magnum, ma'am. Just like the guard Lacrobat killed in Santa Maya.
That has to be it. It has to be.
we know Lacrobats in this building, and he's got the princess. Dennis, the grappling irons. Right, Sergeant. Desmond, the heavy-duty grenades. Yes, Sergeant. Duncan, the landmines. Desmond, put your fucking tiara on straight. Right, once you get inside...
Please, Sarge, can I bring the tiger?
No, you can't bring the fucking tiger, Donald. It's more trouble than it's worth. You leave it in the van. Oh! Right, all those in camouflage, take up positions inconspicuously all over the building. And if you see anything suspicious, contact me by radio. Go! Everybody else, come with me to the Royal Gallery, where we have reason to believe Princess Wendy has been placed in a comatose condition. OK, now then! Are there any questions?
Where do babies come from?
Community policing! Desmond, check the streets for exploding bombs! Donald, make those fucking pigeons safe! David, you've analysed the doors for the laboratory! Good, good, good! Back in like that! You know it,
All right, my boys. All right, my boys. Dennis, the bag. Right. First of all, I want everybody...
Please, Sarge, my foot's stuck.
Oh, Christ! Who's got the saw? Here, Sarge. All right, off you go. Right, we've made it into the foyer.
Please,
Right.
Sarge, how do we get tickets?
What did you say, Douglas?
How do we get tickets?
What the fuck are you talking about? How do we get tickets? We're the fucking SAS! Use your Sten gun and break into the kiosk, for fuck's sake! Go! Douglas, go! All right, my lads, here we go. Well, thanks, Doug. Go, 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 go. Good, very nice. All right, my lads, if we're all ready. Donald, you stupid fucking prick, I meant saw the door off. Christ almighty, what a wanker.
Sorry, Sarge.
Right, my lads. Now, the three main things to remember here are vigilance, caution, and accuracy. What are vigilance, caution, and accuracy for free main?
Things to remember.
Right, my lads. You all got tickets?
Yes!
Right then, into the lift! Fuck! Dinsdale! Open the fucking doors!
They're jammed on the inside, Sarge!
He says they're jammed on the inside. All right, my lads? You bastards! You callous, brutal bastards! He was the best man at my wedding!
He's dead now, Sarge.
I know he's dead now, Douglas. I can spot a fucking stiff when it falls out of a lift. Christ all fucking mighty! Right, let's go. Go, 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 in the lift. Go, go, out. Go. All right, the ram. Go. Push him in the lift. Push them all. Push him in the fucking lift. Keep pushing, Douglas. Push him in, Douglas. Just do what I'm telling you. Push him in.
Через 7 часов англичане нападут на Магвадор.
Мы должны быть готовы ответить на это нападение равным проявлением силы.
Наши ракеты СС-20 направлены на все крупные судна в британском флоте.
Хорошо, хорошо. Отзвони.
Попросите к телефону, пожалуйста, начальника Tinkiebjels Floral Wonderland.
Daryl! Damien! Get Princess Wendy! Get her! Come on!
There she is.
Got her, Sarge! The fate of the world is at stake! Use subtlety and discretion wherever possible! Be mellow! Think it through, my boys! All right, my son!
Ah. 4, 5, 7, 8. That's theirs. That's ours. That's theirs. That's George's 6th. That's Archduke Ferdinand. That's Desmond. That's Alan. And that's Haile Selassie.
No, that's a Denzel, Sarge.
Oh, yeah, so it is. He's had his haircut. Right, how many does that make?
We lost 11 men. But the dummies lost 28.
And what about Lacrobat?
I didn't see him. I don't think he was here, was he, lads? Was he here?
It's nowhere, Sarge.
Yes, sir. He must have been somewhere else.
You fucking bunch of dickheads! You mean to say we lost 11 men fighting a group of waxworks? I don't fucking believe it! Anyway, the main thing is that we got her out safely before he had a chance to what in the name of fuck is that?
It's a wax dummy.
Yes, I can see that, Dominic. I didn't think it was a 7-foot-long bogey!
Oh, Denzel's had his haircut. Yes.
Here, Sarge. I think we're picking up something on the bomb detector.
Jeszcze 5 minut. Odpiszcie kod. I начните счет.
Don't move. Anybody. Everybody absolutely still. Get the bomb disposal, guys.
Right. We have got 9 minutes. Right. Donald and Darryl, get her outside of a van. Quick. Douglas, stick their heads in the sack and get them posted back to their widows. And get the addresses right this time. And somebody get all this mess cleared up.
I think she's okay, Darryl. I think she's coming round now. Darryl? What the fuck are you?
If I've told you about that fucking thing once, I've told you 1,000 fucking times! finished, I.
There we go, one for you.
Thank you, sir.
One for you. And what about you, little girl? Would you like one of these to keep off that nasty old mushroom cloud? Yes, of course you would. You promised to vote Conservative when you grow up. Good little girl. Now then, let's see. How did you vote last time? Liberal Party. Oh dear, what a shame. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Ah, these look like a nice Conservative family. Good morning to you all. Now, let's take one of those. What you do is stick it up, sit underneath, and then you'll be as right as ninepence. All right? Now, some more over here, aren't there? Yes, this is very jolly, isn't it? Hello, good morning. Got your umbrellas for you. Now, very simple to use. Just stick it up in the air and on these lovely little things. So simple, yet so effective.
Well, where in hell is he? I don't care. Put me through.
Understood. Aye, sir.
Hello?
She's safe, Prime Minister. They found her just a few minutes ago. She's alive and safe. You can call off the nuclear attack.
What? I'm sorry.
Sir Mortimer, did you hear me?
It's no good. I can't hear a thing.
Hello?
Yes, I'll have to hang up.
Switch me through to the commander of the task force in Santa Maya. Christ almighty. Hold everything! Do you hear me? This is President Adams speaking from Air Force One. We have found Princess Wendy. Do not fire the missile. Do you hear me? The crisis is over.
Sir, what do we do? What do I tell them, sir? Sir, what do I tell them? Sir!